Greetings. Welcome to Growth Hacking Show, where we have authors, coaches, consultants, speakers, CEOs, serial entrepreneurs. They come and share their experiences so that way you can learn from their mistakes and try to steal away their success secrets if you can. So you have to stick with this interview for that purpose. In case you don't know me, my name is Mohammed Siddique. I am the host of Growth Hacking Show and the co-author of New Success Secrets, available on Amazon. Today on this episode, I have a very special guest. He is no other than Natasha Davis from Atlanta, Georgia. She is the founder and owner of Impact Consulting, Branding Consulting Inc. Has been doing it over a decade. Let me share with you why you need to listen to this interview. If you want to improve your profit margins over 32%, you need to listen to this one because she can help you from her branding strategies and probably some success secrets. You can improve your profit margin by over 32%. Not only a claim, she has already done it for her past clients. That way, I'm going to ask her to share something. And in case you need to learn a little bit, few things, how to have a customer retention over 50%. That's another reason you want to listen to this guest today. Please join me to give a warm welcome to Natasha Davis. Natasha, welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to sharing some information and helping a few more companies to move their brand forward. So I'm looking forward to it.
Wonderful. Natasha, first of all, let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who you were surrounded with that inspired you to start Impact Branding Consulting?
Well, well over 17 years ago, I was at a place where my first profession, I'm a registered nurse and I specialize in emergency care and trauma care. And at that point, I was really just exploring my growth and what I wanted for my life. And I realized that I had another piece of me that I can bring to the world. And at that point, I felt like I was being limited in my abilities. And so I started to explore those places that I felt I wasn't tapping into, performance improvement, things of that nature. And as time went on, I realized that I really enjoyed what I was doing. As much as I love nursing and being a registered nurse, there was another piece of me. And though I was faced with some guilt around that, because I thought to myself, well, how could you go through school, be a nurse, and give all this years to it to only walk away? And so I fought a lot with that. And as time went on, the person that helps me to really just drive my energy, drive what I'm doing, is my father. And I had conversations with my father, and he's a business owner too. And as we were talking, I said, you know what, this is what I'm feeling. And he says, listen, if this is who you are, then go for it. And so between him and my mom, they both encouraged me to proceed forward. So the person that, inspired me the most would be my parents to let me know, well, listen, if this is what you want to do, then go ahead and do it, make it happen. So that's my journey. Where was I? I was a registered nurse and I was specialized in emergency and trauma at first. And I found that I had this great asset to me that I wasn't even tapping into, and that I could bring more valuable things to the world.
Wonderful. That's amazing. That's a huge transformation from registered nurse to Impact Branding Consulting. That's a huge, almost, I would say, virtually nothing common.
No, nothing common.
Finally, with the help of your dad, you grown up and actually found your mission. Is that right?
I did. I found my place in the world, and it's been a wonderful 17-year journey. I've learned a lot. I've grown a lot. I've helped a lot of people, and but those are the things that I value the most, is the journey that I've taken so that I can get to the place where I am today. And I'm just looking forward to continuing to expand and to grow and to help more people.
Natasha, let me say this. Your story is quite unique, first of all, and many are in the same situation. They are going through their after high school and big college debt and some professional education, all that, so much debt on the, and then finally they found out this is not something they want to do in their life. And you are not alone. I am sure you know that.
Yeah.
And we wish that there was some kind of purpose-driven guidance was available before we jump on that, signing on that one. Is that right?
Yes, it's true. It's true. And I think that, to be honest, I mean, I love nursing. I still love nursing. I knew that's what I wanted to do. It's just that I got to a point in my life where I realized there's more to me. I could bring more to this world and to the marketplace and to businesses. And to be honest, it was through me being a registered nurse, and especially an emergency nurse, that has evolved, that helped me to evolve into being the branding strategist that I am today. Because a lot of things that I've learned as a nurse, like critical thinking, being able to make a very quick decision to serve, to save someone, those are the same principles that I apply in business. So what I say is, back then I saved lives, and today I save companies. So I'm still in the saving business.
Oh, amazing. Thank you. Natasha, so based on your experience, what are the top 3 missteps to avoid to grow your business?
Wow, that's a great question. So the things I can share, and I'm sure people have been through a lot, but here's the things I can share. Things that you should avoid so you don't prevent yourself from growing. So in my experience, number 1 was definitely have a very clear roadmap, a vision for where you want to be, where you're going. And a lot of times, you know, I know people hear it, but they don't apply it. And so what I can say today is, even when you're growing, even when your company has evolved, there has to come a point where you get to a place where you are very clear in what you are doing and what you are not doing. Oftentimes when someone either starts a business or they're moving in business and they're trying to grow, they are trying to service so many different markets that it just waters you down. Don't be afraid to niche market. You know, don't be afraid to really niche market and to give your all and to give your attention into that. That's number 1. Number 2 is to give every dollar an assignment. And what do I mean by that? One of the things that I learned is you have to assign a task and a goal to every single dollar. It's not enough to either go borrow money or to, you know, get capital fund, you know, go through a capital campaign or anything like that. That's the easy part, to be honest. The hard part is making sure that you get a strong return on investment on any dollars that you receive. So secondly would be to make sure that you give every dollar an assignment. Don't borrow money if you don't know what you're going to do with it. If you borrow money, know as soon as you get that money, it should be deployed. It's not for you to stick it in your bank account and to look at it. You need to go deploy it, like get the money out to go do what you need to do. So number 2 would be give every single dollar an assignment. Don't just say, well, we need 20,000 or 50,000 or 200,000. Always ask yourself, what exactly do we need it for? For what? Every dollar has to be accounted for, and it can't be for the purposes of sticking it in a bank to look at it. You know, money's pretty, but it's not there. It's mobile. It's supposed to be mobilized. All right. And then the third one, as a business owner, I would say the things you should avoid is don't get so rooted into your business that you forget to develop yourself as a professional. There has to be points where you step away to develop yourself professionally and personally. Business is one of the most greatest character development tools out there, starting your company, because it's going to show you what you're made of. It's going to show you what you're not made of. It's going to show you what you're great at and what you're not great at. So one of the things is, don't get to a point where you ever get complacent and comfortable with who you are and what you know. Keep learning, keep evolving, and keep growing. Even when you get to the point where your company is $1 million or, you know, 2 million or even $500,000. One of the things that I've learned, for every $25,000 extra that you make and that you revenue, you have to be trained on how to manage that growth. Otherwise, you're just going to kind of go crazy, you know, because you're going to be like, ooh, I have more money. So you just start acting crazy, right? So I do believe that for every $25,000, you have to be trained on how to mature your abilities to manage that extra level of money. So that's one of the 3 things I would say.
No, that's amazing. This is something completely new. So every 25,000, how much of the percent they need to kind of, you know, have a kind of gauge how much they need to invest on themselves to improve?
You know, honestly, when I look at it, I can tell you the honest truth is, it's a matter of not necessarily a percent of investing, but making a persistent investment in yourself. If you've gone, one of the things I have a coach. I have several coaches, as a matter of fact, for different areas of my life. So I have a coach that guides me through strategic evolution. I have a coach that guides me through daily operations, processes. And I have a coach that guides me through investment. So invest in people that are specialized in certain things. You can't have, and that's something I have learned. You cannot have one coach. For me to be successful, I realize I can't just have one coach. And if you are around, I don't care how much money you make, you need someone that can see your blind spot. And sometimes you need more than one person to see those blind spots, especially as you are growing and evolving. So it's almost a matter of find the best person, the subject matter expert for what you need, and make the investment in them, whatever that investment is.
Wonderful, wonderful. So let's get into the next secret sauce. What are the top 3 success secrets for your business growth? And of course, include your clients as well, because just as umbrella, top 3 one. Just give us your best ones.
Yes. Okay. The best ones. Okay. The best one is, let's see. One of my best top secrets is know your money in and money out. You must be very clear about the money that comes in and goes out of your business. It's not okay to turn a blind eye. It's not okay. Know your money in and money out. The next top secret that I look at is make sure that your daily operations are measurable. And what do I mean by that? It means that don't just wake up every day and do things. Don't become a robot in business. Make sure that your daily operations have measurable, quantifiable numbers and percentages to it. If you say that, you need to, submit a contract or you need to work on a client, well, what's the numbers? What's the metrics to it? How many people did you talk to versus how much did you do? Make sure daily operations are measurable and even time-stamped. Even down to the point as the owner, I myself, as the owner of my company, I punch a clock. I clock in and I clock out, just like with my team, because it helps you to avoid wasting time. It helps you to be accountable, and it also helps you to set a good example to your staff and to your team. So even myself, I punch in, I clock in, and I clock out like everyone else as well. So that keeps me accountable and responsible. The other thing that I would say is a great success, which would be number 3, is I'm going to give you 4, because one I told you is to have a coach. Have a coach to keep you moving forward so you can see your blind spot. And so that's what I would look at as being successful. And another secret sauce that I talk about when I help my clients with is you have to get to a place where you are listing exactly what you're going to accomplish in this year. So what I do is I educate my team to do and my staff, and as well as my clients, we do what's called 4th quarter planning. And what we do is we evaluate what is it that we need to accomplish in the 4th quarter of the upcoming year. And so now we then build around that. So we do what's called 4th quarter planning first. And so in the year of 2018, we planned out 2019, 2020, and 2021. We know exactly what we'll be doing and where we'll be going for the next 3 years. In 2019, we're evaluating what we're going to be doing to make sure it's firm for 2020. We're evaluating 21, and we are building out 22. So we always stay on a minimum 3 to 5 years ahead. Nothing just happens. And success is not kind of happen. You have to intentionally plan to be successful, and you have to do the things that it requires to be successful. So be intentional.
Wow, it's amazing. I'm sure your team loves you for putting to work on this one.
They do.
They better do.
Exactly.
Wonderful. So, Natasha, how are you growing your company right now?
Honestly, I'm growing my company right now by for lack of better words, of not being a hypocrite. And what do I mean by that? By applying the same success secrets I just told you to ourselves. We sit down and we evaluate our daily operations and measure it. we sit down and I sit down and I evaluate, okay, let's look at our fourth quarter plan first. And we put those things in place. And again, being intentional, being very clear, being very focused. Those are the things that we're doing to grow our business. We don't network everywhere. We don't go everywhere. We don't sponsor every event. We don't seek after every industry. We're very clear on the industry that we serve and who we're going to specifically target. Now, don't get me wrong, there are other industries we serve, but they come to us and we evaluate if there is a way we can help them. And if we can, we do. But we have a very clear path on what we're doing. And there's another big thing that I do on a regular basis. I apply what's called KPQ's KPI assessment, which is we look at our key performance questions. And I question often, are we doing the best that we can? Can we do this better? What are we not doing well? And I ask a lot of what, why, when, how questions, because at the end of the day, we can always do what we're doing better. We can always serve better. We can always be more streamlined, more productive. So I ask a lot of questions. And once we ask the questions and we realize that there's a gap, we now need to fix it. And so we intentionally fix it. We don't turn a blind eye to a problem. And if we need external help, we'll go hire external help to help us.
Wonderful, wonderful, Natasha. I'm so glad we are on this one and we are watching this. Did I told you that you're going to learn a lot? So you get a clarity. If it's a one word, that's a clarity on everything what she does. And you need to have the same thing on that one too. So, Natasha, how the Growth Hacking Show community people who are watching this right now, they can support you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the community could do well. Just, of course, when you visit our website, you can see what we're about. We actually have a new software that that's being released. And I just recently, well, I've developed it several years ago and we're getting ready to release it. So one of the things we're doing is we are onboarding beta testers for our software, and it's called the Profit Enhancer. And that is a predictive model tool specifically for the consulting industry and professional consulting industry. And the Profit Enhancer is a diagnostic tool that is used to evaluate quantitative and qualitative behavior of a company. And it positions the consultant to fix what's wrong, not guess what's wrong. And so what I'll do is I'll definitely share that information with you, and you can share it with the community as well, what the Profit Enhancers and how does it work. Because what I found over the years of being in business, there were a lot of little areas in consulting where we had to either continue to justify our actions or justify our value. And also in that same space, consultants needed to be more accountable, and we needed to not come from a place of guesstimation, but come from a place of accuracy. And so the Profit Enhancer does that. So one of the ways that the community can support is to pay attention to when we release the Profit Enhancer and either be one of the testers. And we're actually licensing the software so that other consultants can use it in their business to improve them and also to improve the way that they provide service to their clients.
Wonderful. So in case you want to enhance your profits, and of course, to increase your profits, that you have to retain your clients forever almost. That's the only way. That's why you need a profit enhancer. That's a secret sauce that Natasha has been using.
Yes.
It. Want to give it to you, so that way you can use it first yourself, and then you can apply. If you're a consultant in that advisory role, then you can apply on your clients as well. So that way you connect with Natasha. Go on the website, fill out that mailing list form, click on the Profit Enhancer, and also you are welcome to connect with her on LinkedIn directly. Mm-hmm. So Natasha, as we are about to wrap up, what would you say as a final word?
One of the things I would say as final words would be, as a business owner, whether you're just starting, whether you're halfway there, whether you're growing by leaps and bounds, one of the things that I'll say is be all in all the time for your company, be all in all the time for your team, and be all in all the time for your clients. Even on the days when it's really hard or challenging, be all in. No matter what, be all in for your business. And if you stay all in, you'll be able to see how you can improve your company, how you can grow your company, how you can serve other people. And always remember that without customers, you don't have a business, you have a hobby. So make sure that your customers, are important. Love them, appreciate them, treat them well, deliver great service. Don't eager to chase the next contract and sign on the next client because you got to hit the bottom line, but focus on the customer first and be all in all the time and watch your company explode. And if anybody needs any help with strategic planning, brand strategy, or mobilizing the message of your company, I would love to have a conversation with you. So don't hesitate to reach out.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Natasha Davis, for sharing your wisdom with us today on the behalf of Growth Hacking Show community and our entire team. We really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia. Wishing you good luck, good sales. I do hope our path across again with another amazing guest. Until then, all best wishes.